Hi, gang. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Hi, Falcon Steph. Hello, Robert Stutz, David Kesson, Eric Swenson, Victor Perkins. The gang is all here. Mary Coyle is here. Everyone, Thomas DeVerney, Barbara A., Chris Mack. Hello. What are you promoting, Chris Mack? Come out and do a gig with the band I'm currently touring with, Life Signs. All right. I like it. Yeah, Kelly, thank you for that. Thank you. Um, Gang, and I want to thank Parks Casino, and I'll circle back and I'll thank Parks Casino in just a moment. But I have to tell you, I'm totally dialed in for my CNN program today, uh, hoping that there's no more breaking news between now and when I'll get to deliver that show. And as you saw the description for this brief conversation, what I want to talk about now and what I'll talk about on CNN in my opening commentary is what's going on relative to Tesla and car sales, Musk and Trump. And specifically, can Trump and Musk get Republicans to embrace electric vehicles? It's really an interesting story because not so much from Musk, but from Trump and Republicans generally, they've so been condescending to the whole idea of climate change. And now, Musk is in free fall relative to Tesla. And you saw that sales pitch that Trump did on the South Lawn trying to expand the circle, expand the universe of Tesla buyers to Republicans. I've seen the polling data. I'm going to refer to the polling data. And it talks about just how dubious Republicans as a lot are to EVs. So watching how they try and change the buying habits of the GOP is fascinating to me. Anyway, so my head's in a good place to deliver this program. I feel really good about the material. And you hear me say, I always like to touch the Times. Picked it up at Wawa this morning in Center City, and I'm just flipping through to see, what else is going on in the world that I may have missed. And I see a story that totally catches my attention. Headline: a publisher pulls a novel after reader criticism. I've never heard of Sophie Lark. I am not a reader of romance novels, but again, we're doing the weave. We're doing the weave now. Stick with me. It's all going to come together. Unlike Trump's weaves, mine goes somewhere. A forthcoming romance novel by the writer Sophie Lark was pulled by her publisher after drawing criticism from readers over dialogue that some found racist, that's not a good thing, or that praised Elon Musk. Wait a minute. She praises Elon Musk in a novel, and the publisher pulls it for that reason? I need to read more. The novel is called Sparrow and Vine, due out in April from Bloom Books as the first in a new romance series about a woman who enters a marriage of convenience in order to save her family's winery. Bloom Books will no longer publish the series, a Bloom representative said. Wow, this must be some really nasty stuff that she wrote that's calling the publisher to pull it. Criticism of the book began to build on social media as readers who had gotten advanced copies posted lines from the novel. I mean, I hate that. You're going to pull out one line. I mean, this is like reminiscent of what they did to me on Flying Blind, or tried to do. Criticism of the book began to build on social media as readers who had gotten advanced copies posted lines from the novel and blasted it with negative reviews. In one excerpt, all right, here we go. In one excerpt, a character makes insensitive remarks about undocumented laborers, saying, quote, shouldn't there be a crew of people with questionable work visas picking these grapes for us? Would I cancel a book? By the way, if that's a quote and you're putting it in a character, it's a reflection of that character. It's not embracing that mindset. All I know is what I'm reading in the Times. Let me read on. In another bit of dialogue that readers took issue with, A character notes, I was inspired by Elon Musk, a character in this romance novel. I was inspired by Elon Musk. I use his 5-step design process. That's the end of the quote. Musk, the billionaire leader of Tesla, has become an increasingly polarizing figure after throwing his weight behind President Trump and leading an initiative to downsize the federal government. In a statement posted on Instagram, Lark, that's the author, said she was pausing the series and planned to revise it, quote, to ensure my work doesn't contribute to harm. What? You have a character in a novel who has something positive to say about Elon Musk, and on that basis, you're causing harm, and the novel's not going to come out? Are you shitting me? If this is the state of America, I get canceled today after I deliver my opening commentary on CNN, where I'm going to ask the question if Elon Musk and Donald Trump can convince Republicans to buy their car. I need to read on. She defended Bloom. Hang on. She defended Bloom. Bloom's the publisher. Okay, so the novelist, the author, is defending Bloom, the publisher, noting that editors recommended removing the lines that have caused controversy, but that she opted to keep them in. The lines were intended to depict a flawed character, she said. She also said she wrote the novel in the summer of 2024 and that a lot in the world has changed since then. I mean, maybe there's more to this, and maybe there's a lot I don't understand, but this is nuts. Has political correctness gotten to the point where a freaking novel is going to get picked apart because a character speaks well of Elon Musk? I mean, if as a business decision, the publisher said to the author in advance of publication, if this character speaks well of Elon Musk, maybe it's a turnoff and you don't sell as many books. I don't know. I guess that's a conversation to be had. But I just think it's crazy. It's crazy. And then you get to the final paragraph and it says, publishers often face a gauntlet when readers label books as offensive. Going forward with publication carries a risk, but canceling it can also be damaging. Yeah, I mean, that's just twisted. So what am I doing today? I'm going to talk about, I'm really fascinated by this, and I can't believe that it's Saturday and the press conference, the media availability where Trump rolled out those cars on the South Lawn was Tuesday, and I feel like the playing surface has been left to me. Surely, I thought, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, somebody is going to hone in on what most interests me about Musk and Trump and the cars and the auto showroom on the South Lawn, which is, how are you going to convince Republicans to do this? And I started writing this commentary immediately thereafter, and then took a look at some of the polling data, which really tells an amazing story. Mike Murphy, who had worked for John McCain in a high-level capacity and now is involved in an effort. It's called the American EV Jobs Alliance. They want to spread the appeal of electric vehicles, and he shared with my CNN team and me some data, including the following: 65% of Musk supporters do not believe climate change is real and that electric vehicles can help. Let me say it more simply: 2/3 of those who like Elon Musk don't believe in climate change. What else do I have? Somewhere in here, a statistic about how, Elon Musk is more popular with people who drive pickup trucks and gasoline vehicles than he is with people who drive electric cars. I mean, that's unbelievable, right? He is more popular now with the sort of machismo of the F-150 crowd and gas, fossil fuel burning cars generally than he is with the EV people. So he's got to completely get their attention and hope to win them over to buy his vehicle. Can he do it? That's the poll question today at Smerconish.com. And I'm also going to talk in the commentary today, and I said a little bit about this on radio this week. You can tell a lot about a person by what they drive. You can tell a lot about a person by what they drive. And according to some data, Nielsen, Scarborough research, the most democratically, meaning the party, not democracy, democratically aligned vehicle heretofore has been the Tesla. So here are the others. Ram, GMC, Ford, all favored by Republicans. Same for Lincoln, Jeep, and Chevrolet. Mercedes, BMW, Subaru, Mazda, Honda, Audi, Nissan, more favored by Democrats. Of course, nothing's 100%, right? I'm an outlier myself. And then Business Insider, separately, that was Nielsen Scarborough data. Business Insider released the results of their analysis showing the 10 most Republican and 10 most Democratic vehicles according to them. The most Republican vehicle in America is the Jeep Wrangler. The most Democratic, according to them, is the Toyota Prius, although there's a lot of crossover with the Jeep. Here's something else. 8 of the 10 reddest vehicles are American-made. 8 of the 10 bluest foreign-made. Tesla is arguably the most American-made car on the road. And you may have heard a caller on radio this week named Jerry, a self-described California liberal and Tesla driver, who said, I'm not going to stop driving this car because of the people who'd be hurt in the process, Americans. So I want to get into all of this. I typically don't make my consumer purchases based on politics. You know my usual examples, whether it's movies or music and so forth, culture. I make them based on quality and interest. But one of the ramifications of all of this is that if Musk, with Trump's support, can cause Republican eyes to be opened, then maybe we combat climate change, because now we reach people who heretofore have been averse to buying an electric vehicle. That is, unless, Musk doesn't get completely canceled like the novel, where a character in the novel said something nice about him. This is crazy. And another thing is that I was excited in the infrastructure bill, the Biden infrastructure bill, that finally there would be chargers everywhere, because in certain areas are charging deserts. I've got one community that is on my radar screen. If you listen to the radio, you've heard me say it before. Hazleton, Pennsylvania, where my parents are from. There are no chargers in Hazleton. I've got to drive 40 minutes from Hazleton to the Jim Thorpe exit on the Northeast Extension for a public charging station. When there's a charger in Hazleton, at Sheets, they have big Sheets up there, like their Wawa. When I see a charging station in Hazleton, then I will know, okay, it's for real. But they earmarked like $5 billion for charging stations in 2022. It's 2025. They haven't done squat. I think 61. It's embarrassing. So maybe Musk and Trump can cause Republicans to be interested in electric vehicles, if not a Tesla, maybe some other kind, more charging stations, and we cut fossil fuel emissions. What a wonderful outcome that would be. But people are so crazed right now about Musk, and they're just not. I mean, did you see that rocket yesterday? SpaceX is now sending up this mission to try and rescue the 2 astronauts. Did you see the way the booster landed? And then I say that and people say, oh, he's not responsible for space. Oh, he didn't found Tesla. Like, some people don't want to give him any credit. I'm giving credit to Parks Casino. Thank you, Parks Casino. They've got all the action and excitement and entertainment every Sunday, March through May. So tomorrow, get out of the inclement weather in the Northeast. Go to the Sunday Social in the beer garden with sing-along boozy brunches, dueling pianos, and special events like Cosmos with Candace Bushnell. April 6th, an evening of laughs and chats and more with the author of Sex and the City. That sounds like a lot of fun. Parks Casino is right in suburban Philly, 90 minutes from New York, so close from anywhere in New Jersey. Exit 6 off the New Jersey Turnpike. The closest live table games are right at Parks Casino. This is how you win. Parks Casino #1. Oh, the Long Island Medium. Teresa Caputo is coming June 7. Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers, comedian Ron White, the Isley Brothers, Chad Daniels, Chelsea Cook from Pretend Podcast, Matt Frazier is coming. Everybody's coming to Parks, including Larry the Cable Guy, and this is new, Australian Pink Floyd. ParksCasino.com to buy tickets for all shows. Parks Casino, this is how you win. Got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. One more thing I want to tell you. Last night, before I went to bed, I got this beautiful email from Admiral Stavridis. Beautiful. Thank you, Derek. Thank you for that. I just don't want to get, I don't want to, how long does it take? 20 minutes to charge Falcon Steph. I don't want to get distracted on my birthday. That doesn't mean I'm ungrateful for your good wishes. I'm just trying to keep a focus because I've got to deliver this TV show. I wanted to say that I got a really beautiful note last night from Admiral Stavridis. You know, we're so fortunate to have the former Supreme Allied Commander of NATO on radio with me every week, and now on CNN as well, which is great. But he had watched the full Mingle movie, and he was really complimentary about the message. And I just so appreciated it. Like, coming from him, it was the highest of praise. Everybody is loving it. Like, truly, everybody is loving the message of the Mingle movie, and it makes me feel so grateful that PJ and Creative Outfit came with me to Asheville, recorded the show, because I want it to live on. I want it to live on, and I want you to watch it and to share it with a friend. It's an hour and 10 minutes. Weather's going to be nice in the Northeast today. Prayers for the people who are in the Midwest as those tornadoes and that weather pattern is sweeping through there and the South. Stay indoors, and if you have power, watch the Mingle movie and share it with a friend. That is my request. I'm so proud of it. And then this morning, I woke up, and from someone on the West Coast, I think I'll wait and tell you about that on radio Monday. But one of the authors whose works that I quote sent me their note, thanking me for referencing them and putting up on the video screen the jacket of their book. So I'm getting a lot of that feedback, and it's fueling me in a good way. Thank you all. Have a hoagie and some cake and a Manhattan later. Says Kelly. Yeah. I'm going to go and my plan is I'm going to go and have lunch with Mom. Post-show, I'm going to go and have lunch with Mom. And then tonight is just Italian takeout. Totally low-key. Italian takeout. Yes, there will be a Manhattan somewhere in there, and probably some red wine as well. It will not be Jaime's, Sean, because, I mean, if I were getting a schmucker, I would do that. You know, that's what I would do. Talk about airline crashes and upcoming shark attacks. Yeah, okay. All right, come on. You're killing me. Thank you. Watch the Mingle movie. Share it with a friend. I'll see you all soon on television, I hope.